Hey guys, I want to take a few moments today to talk to you about what to do when leaders make mistakes. Can you think of a youth ministry mistake that you've made recently? Whether it was showing up late to a youth event, or getting angry with a student, or talking about a student behind their back, or maybe telling an inappropriate joke with students around. Here's the point: we all make mistakes. It's what happens when you surround yourself with teenagers who make lots of mistakes themselves. When I started off in youth ministry at 21 years of age, I made lots of mistakes, and my senior pastor was always quick to let me know about it. I did everything from breaking TVs to smashing van windows to spending too much money on failed outreach events to having students over to my house to watch inappropriate movies or TV shows. I've talked back to my senior pastor. I've said negative things behind their back. Look, I've been there and done that, and it can be hard to be a leader to teenagers when you're trying to be relevant with them so that they still want to hang out with you, but yet be an example as well. And to be honest, as your youth pastor, I would rather you be involved in youth ministry, developing and encouraging this next generation in their faith and make mistakes than not be in youth ministry at all, because I think that the best place to serve in the local church is in youth ministry. But what do you do when you make a mistake? How do you move forward without it costing you the trust of those that are around you and disqualifying you from serving? First of all, when you make a mistake, don't let the leader hear about it from somebody else. A blindsided leader is not a happy leader, and it could hurt your credibility far more than you might expect. We live in the real world of mistakes, and mistakes happen, and if you're making mistakes and you're learning from them, that's called progress and maturity and leadership development, and that's great. There's no such thing as a perfect youth worker. And this isn't about being flawless, but it's about how to handle mistakes that you and I certainly will make. Number one is own it without excuses. There's nothing like just owning a mistake that you've made. Honesty and openness are essential to rebuilding trust, and the last thing that you want to do is minimize what happened or pretend like it's not a big deal, because it is a big deal and it needs an owner. Parents trust you with their teenager, and with that trust, they don't just expect you to be a friend and act like a teenager. You're their leader. Teenagers have plenty of friends in their life for the most part, and so what they need from you is to be a caring adult, a leader, and then their friend. Be honest and tell all the details of what happened. Don't let more details come out later that could hurt the situation further, but be upfront and honest. And when you make a mistake, own it and move forward. The second thing is apologize for what you've done and start over. You've been honest about what's happened, you've taken responsibility, and now it's time to apologize and admit that you were wrong. Now, this isn't going to be easy, but this action displays humility, repentance, and your own humanity. So don't try and be perfect, and if you're a perfect example for the students who follow, then when there's a moment of weakness or a poor decision and you're clearly not perfect, then it can undermine your authority as a leader and your example to follow. So be humble and simply ask for forgiveness. Number three is this: accept the consequences with humility. If you've made a mistake, chances are, even with a huge amount of grace thrown at you, there may be some consequences for your actions. You still might be asked to step down for a season or asked to pay for repairs or whatever it might be, but when you accept your consequences with humility, it opens the door to restoration. Now, we all make mistakes, and if you haven't made one just yet, hang in there. You will, and that's okay. That can become a part of the journey of being a good leader. But if you follow these simple principles, they can really serve you well.